Dear students, so today we will start our new chapter of biology, and the name of the chapter is How Do Organisms Reproduce? How do organisms reproduce? Now, this word reproduce or reproduction is not new to you. You know very well about this because from last 3 years you are reading this word and this process. And according to the definition, reproduction is the process in which an individual produces offspring of its own, having the power to having the power of perpetuality of the process, having the ability of the perpetuality of the process. Now, what is this perpetuality? This is nothing but to maintain the continuity. So, in simple words, reproduction is the process in which an organism produces offsprings of its own kind, having the process, having the ability to continue the process. Now, if we talk about reproduction, that means to produce new ones. One question comes in our mind: why a mango tree? Suppose there are 100 or 50 trees in which 49 trees are of apple, correct? And one tree is of mango. Of course, you know they reproduce sexually because we have learned in junior classes that asexual and sexual are the processes by which organisms reproduce. Asexual, that means the organism can reproduce individually, and sexual, that means there is a process of fertilization and in which more than one parents are required. Now these two, apple as well as mango, they reproduce sexually, that means more than one parents are required, and they are having different reproductive organs. Of course, the flower is the reproductive organ having male part as androecium and female part as gynoecium. Now, there are processes cross pollination and self pollination, which you have learned very well in class 7. Cross pollination is the process in which the anther of one flower is distributed to the stigma of another flower. Get it? And self pollination means the anther, the pollen grains of the same flower falls on the stigma of the same flower. So, cross pollination, self pollination, asexual, sexual, these all words are not new to you. So, no need to waste time about discussing those things. Now, the question is that suppose there are 50 plants in all, okay, 50 fruit plants in all, and 49 are of apple and one is of mango. So definitely, in during a period of cross pollination, the pollinators, the insects, might have gone to the flower of apple and then they have gone to the flower of mango. It is possible, it is genuine because they don't know to distinguish them. We know mango should be separated and apple should be separated, but nature do not separate themselves. So the insects might have gone to the flower of each and other and fertilization might have taken place. Now, have you ever seen a mango plant bearing an apple fruit? Have you ever seen? Or a apple tree bearing a mango fruit over it? Have you ever seen? Of course, never. It is impossible. It is quite impossible naturally. However, man can do anything. We can introduce these things artificially. But if we talk naturally, there is no chance. In simple words, a breeds dog gives birth to puppies only. Got it? A hen gives birth to chicken only. A cat gives birth to kitten only. Correct? Cow to the calf and so and so. Why don't, even though these dogs, of course, hens are not residing with the dogs, but happens that dogs and cats, they generally reside around us and they come to meet to each other. Hi, hello. But in spite of that, never a dog gives birth to a kitten. or never a cat gives birth to a puppy. Now, why it happens so? Why it happens so? Even this is the process, but why it happens so? This is because of the influence of a part in our body which is called DNA. DNA. This word is again not new nowadays because you might have heard or seen these DNA words everywhere. DNA replication or DNA news analysis. However, that is daily news analysis. DNA is a genetic code. Deoxyribose nucleic acid is the full form of it. Deoxyribose nucleic acid. This is the full form of DNA. So since it is so longer one, we generally used to mention it as DNA or RNA. RNA is the ribose nucleic acid and DNA is deoxyribose nucleic acid. Now what is DNA? DNA is the what do you call part of the process of our life which carries information in the form of gene. That means DNA carries information in the form of gene from generation to generation. This is why the information carried from the parent of a dog gives result to the birth of a puppy, not a kitten. Now, what is DNA? DNA contains specific proteins, structures of protein or specific protein molecules, and these specific protein molecules secretes specific enzymes. Particular type of protein will release the particular type of enzyme, and particular type of enzyme will have specific or